Canyon High School in Anaheim, California had an event known as Señoritas and Señoritas. And during this event, they apparently had school kids dress up as gang members, as pregnant women or women pushing strollers. They would basically push these ridiculous stereotypes about Hispanics and Latinos. Now, this event actually happened for 3 years until 2 different students complained about it, and they actually had to shut the event down this year.
So, other things that they would be dressed as. If they're dressing as Mexicans, they would dress as gardeners, gang members, cholo, and they'd have like the little teardrop that they would, draw in. And then they would have other guys dressed up as border agents. Like, ha ha, Mexicans, border agents. Okay. Anyway, now look, if this was a predominantly Mexican school, I would actually think, hey, you know what? They're making fun of themselves. It's, it's their call, right?
Let me give you the demographics, exactly. When it comes to the student body, 55% are white, only 16% are Latino. When it comes to faculty, 87% are white and 8% are Latino. That's important to keep in mind.
No, that's really important, because then instead of having fun together, right, what you're doing is you're making fun of the minority students in that school. And by minority, I don't mean overall. I mean literally in that school, they're a minority. They're only 16%. It's like turning around to them and going, ha ha, we think you're gardeners and gangsters. And so that's not funny.
And cholos, right? Can you say that again?
Cholo.
Cholos.
That's what they think, señores and señoritas. Right. So look, now the administrators, after 3 long years, realize, oops, maybe that was not the way to go. And that's only because other people came in and said, what are you doing?
Right.
So they're going to have to now go and take sensitivity training. And people make fun of sensitivity training, but apparently these guys need it. Like, come on, how do you not see that that might bother the kids who are being made fun of?
And it's definitely symbolic in this period of time because there's this racial divide within Orange County. Right? And there were protests with the police department because of the fact that 2 Latinos were shot and killed. And, right now there's a significant amount of racial tension. And keep in mind, Orange County, California is, the white individuals there are pretty much wealthy, they're well-to-do, okay? And the community itself is kind of segregated in a way.
It is. Look, Anaheim has a wealthy white part, keeping it real, okay? Yeah. And then a Latino part that isn't doing as well. What's interesting is that Anaheim is actually majority Latino. It's 52% Latino, but they have no representation on the city council. Now, part of that is because they don't get out to vote as much, and so that's, they got to get better at that, right? If you want representation and you're the majority, you got to get better in doing voter registrations, getting out to vote, etc. But part of it is the way that Anaheim votes. It doesn't go district by district. It's a wholesale vote. So if they wind up getting 51% of the vote, they get the whole city council. So now that's why we've had police violence against Mexican Americans in that city, and Mexican American community has been outraged. There's been shootings, there's been protests, etc. Now, within that context, to do this day at the schools, oh, you got to be kidding me. That's crazy. This isn't friends making fun of one another and having fun. This isn't Halloween. This is in a context where the Latino community already feels incredibly powerless and put upon and sometimes treated violently by the authorities. You get the rich kids to make fun of the Latino kids. How do you not see that that's a bad idea?